Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel, and in today's video we're going to be checking out the newish H10 Optic Kit by Vanquish. Let's open it up and see what panels I got. Now with this kit there's actually 6 different types of liveries that you could be getting. They're all sent out randomly. There's no way to tell which one you get, and realistically there's only one that I don't want, and that's the green one because in my opinion it looks like a tramp stamp. But nonetheless, I did buy a blank panel set from AMA Hobbies, so it's just gonna be black because no matter what I get, I'm probably gonna be doing my own livery system for this. So let's go ahead and open this up. Are you kidding me? The green. You could not have that's just irony right there. Wow. So I'm not even going to put these on the vehicle. Green's probably like my least favorite color, so those are just going to go off to the side for now. But nonetheless, let's go through and see what other stuff we have inside the box. So much like its brother, which is the H10 Optic, that is a RTR combo that you can get right out of the box and have it run. This is going to be a builder's kit, so you have to assemble this yourself, put everything together. It's not really for the faint of heart, I guess you could say. You definitely have to like putting stuff together, and unfortunately enough, that is me. So they actually just released the H10 Origin Kit, which is, I believe, almost 100% CNC aluminum milled and everything, so it's pretty cool. I think it's got a $3,500 price tag. Obviously I'm not going to spend that much on an RC car at this time because I've already done that a couple other times with my other cars, so this is just going to be perfect for me. As I mentioned before, I have a lot of upgrades that are going to go onto this right away. So let's see what else we get. It's pretty much just going to be your livery sheet with instructions, your plastics, and then, yeah, all the other components in order to build this. While I'm building the kit, let's go ahead and see what I'll be putting inside. The donor kit for this is going to be the Element Enduro Builder's Kit V2. It did what it needed to do, but I think it's at the end of its life, and I'm ready to transform some of these parts over to a new kit because I'm much more excited about the Vanquish than I am for this. This was great for an FPV car if you've seen that video, but nonetheless, it's time to move on. For electronics, I'm going to be using my Spectrum SR315. That way I can pair it with my DX6C Rugged and just use it with all my other vehicles. And then for the servo, I'm going to be trying out EcoPower's new brushless 1/10 scale servo. I've heard a lot of good stuff by this, and as you can probably see, I am a brand ambassador for EcoPower. So if you want to get one of these, I'll leave a link in the description box down below. And for the motor, I'll be using the Hobbywing Quick Run Fusion Pro. This has FOC technology. It's a 2-in-1 system. A lot of people run these. It's really good for setting up your weight differentials, and it doesn't necessarily pack as much power as, you know, a standard motor and ESC being separate do, but nonetheless, I like it. It did just fine in this truck, and it's going to do just fine in the Vanquish. All right, everyone, the build is now complete. We are going to be going over this vehicle. I'll be ranking it on a few different areas, and ultimately I'll let you guys, the audience, be the decision makers on whether or not you want to purchase one of these trucks for yourself. The first category I'm going to be ranking is going to be looks, and honestly, I think that Vanquish knocked this out of the park. I'm going to give it a 5 out of 5. It is absolutely awesome. Now, granted, there is going to be some things that you can do to, you know, heighten that look yourself. And that's exactly what I did. I put on a meus Racing light bar, headlights, and then a DSM off-road fuel cell in the rear, as well as a couple other small things here and there. But ultimately, this thing is absolutely sweet. The second category that I'll be going over is quality. Now, there's going to be a few different things I'm going to toss in here, and ultimately I'm going to give it a score of, 3.8 out of 5. And that's for a couple of different reasons. The build process wasn't that difficult. It was just, there was a couple of things inside of the instruction sheets that didn't really make sense and can trip you up along the way. For instance, there's a section in the transmission where you have to put a little spacer behind one of these set pins. In the instructions, it shows you that you have to put it in front of the set pin, but if you do that, then your gear plate is not going to be able to sit back on that pin because there's actually a little cutout for that, and it's going to throw you off. I actually had to go and watch a couple other videos, West Desert Wheeler and some other guys, and just make sure that I was doing it right. So that's one thing that needs to change. Another thing too is that I did have some missing parts. I was missing the battery tray ends that go over the sides of the battery, so that way I can hook my battery in and secure it with the Velcro strap. And the second thing is that I ended up getting 2 of the front diff covers. Now, the reason why I took off some points for this is because this is a known issue. If you go on the forums, if you go on the Facebook groups, a lot of people have been getting 2 front differential covers. Now, ultimately, I was able to make it work for myself. I had to drill a couple of holes in the rear diff cover, or I guess the front diff cover, in order to get it fit on. If you do message the customer service, they will get it taken care of. But ultimately, you should not let an issue get to the point to where the customer has to contact you first in order to fix it. If this is a known issue, you guys should be sending out a spare rear differential cover just in case that you might have happened to got 2. It stinks because there's some people that, it's going to take forever in order to get that, and they may not know that you can just drill a couple of holes and make it somewhat work, or you got to go on Amazon and buy an upgraded rear differential cover. But as far as the actual materials go, I haven't had a problem with them yet. Obviously I haven't ran it, but just building it, nothing really seemed flimsy at all. It all seemed pretty well put together. All the different screws went in just fine. I had no issues in that category whatsoever. The last category is actually going to be driving and feel, but since it's the middle of winter right now, I'm not going to be doing that. I'm actually going to be waiting until I can go to an indoor crawler course, or I can wait until the spring and go outside. So if you guys want to see the extra part of this video, make sure you guys stay tuned, subscribe, and I'll have that out in no time. Overall, I like this truck a lot. I've been looking for an open-wheeled, buggy crawler trail truck for quite some time. I was looking at the RC four-wheel drive and what they have, but ultimately I went with this, and I have to say I am absolutely impressed with it. It turned out really sweet. Even all black just looks so cool. I'll take a couple of shots, do a walk around of the truck, and yeah, thank you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next one.